we need protectionism, or why do we don't need protectionism? It's under this arguments for and arguments against. Right? First of all, what is for? What is for, ladies and gentlemen? Please enlighten me. What is for? Akira? What is for, Akira? Don't tell me unto. I'm not your
Can
head.
you question again? What is for?
Yes, what is arguments for? What is this word for? What's the meaning of for?
It's for it's supporting it.
Yep.
Supporting.
It's supporting, right? Remember, it's supporting. Okay? Supporting means, what is the, if I want to rephrase this sentence, right? Arguments for protectionism. What will be similar? Arguments against what? Will be similar. Okay? Sometimes I ask the opposite, but it's the same thing. Arguments for protectionism means arguments against. Ladies and gentlemen, please tell me. Arguments for protectionism. Sometimes I don't ask you arguments for protectionism. I ask you arguments against. Against what, ladies and gentlemen? Firman? Inshallah, Firman. Allahu Akbar. Allah. Okay, what's the question? Arguments for protectionism is equivalent to arguments. Okay, Joel already give you the answer. Okay, thank you, Joel. You must remember it's argument against free trade. Okay. Last time, why I have to tell you this? Because last time I come up with this final exam paper, explain 3 arguments against free trade. Then the students complain, say, Mr. Nathan never teach. It's always Mr. Nathan's fault, right? I never teach. Yeah. Don't you know for protectionism means against free trade, right? Everything I have to tell you. So there are many arguments. I will go through one by one pretty fast. So please bear with me. First one is infant industry. A lot of industries, when they started discover the competitive advantage, they are very small. They cannot compete with the giant players overseas, right? So this is one of the excuses government like to put. Like, for example, I want to protect this infant, this baby forever, right? I want to protect this baby, just like your car industry in Malaysia. Protect until don't know how many years already, still baby, right? That's why they want to impose all these trade barriers. Second is protection of employment. Okay, they say that if all of the industries got wiped out by the imports, they will fire a lot of workers, and this is not good for the industry. Does that make sense? Not good for the economy. Okay, third one is prevention of dumping. This one I need to elaborate more. First of all, what is dumping? What is dumping? Dumping is an action performed by imports or importers to decrease the price lower than the local goods price. Okay, it's an action performed by importers. They want to lower down the price lower than the local price. Sometimes they even make losses. For example, Ramly Burger is a Malaysia burger. Ramly Burger sell at 5 ringgit. Okay. McDonald's, obviously we know McDonald's is a foreign burger. McDonald's sell at 1 ringgit in Malaysia, for example. Why McDonald's want to do that? Why Malaysia want to do that? Omesh. They are making losses now, but they don't mind making losses. Okay? If they are making losses, they will take the profit from other countries that already make profit and come here and support the industry. Why do you want to do that? Is it really to increase sales? If you look at Ramly Burger and McDonald's burgers and McDonald's sell for RM1, everyone will rush to McDonald's. What happened to the business of Ramly Burger? Any idea? Umesh? They will go out of business, which means now, after the local goods gone bankrupt, McDonald's will become monopoly. Then they increase their price from 1 ringgit to maybe 50 ringgit per burger. Then they earn supernormal profit. This is dumping. Okay? China like to do dumping. Okay? China like to do dumping. That is why US president don't like. That's why US president keep on saying China is dumping stuff inside their country, causing all the local industries to go bankrupt, then China increase the price. But actually not true. Not true. It's because maybe China has a lower labor cost. So they sell at lower price. However, you can still use example like China is dumping. For example, China is dumping. But don't be like a senior. How many of you want to know what your senior wrote in the essay? Show hands. One of your senior, right? Another protectionism argument is, like arguments or reasons for protectionism is Chinese dumpling. I was like, oh my God. Chinese dumpling, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Isaac, you're right, by the way. Chinese dumpling, why is Chinese dumpling is related to dumping? Although they are all from Chinese, but it's totally wrong, right? It's not related to dumpling, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, please do not write. One of the arguments is Chinese dumpling. I straight away laugh again. My colleague looked at me like, why always when you mark essay, you're laughing straight away, right? Because of, I don't know what have I teach you, right? So that is dumping. They say they want to prevent dumping. That's why they impose the tariff to mark up the price so that you cannot compete with the local products, rather than local products cannot compete with imported products, right? The fourth one is diversification. A lot of countries, although they already know their competitive advantage, they should specialize in one, but they don't want. What they don't want? For example, Singapore specialize in financial services. Malaysia specialize in water supply to the Singapore. Very pity, right? What if Malaysia and Singapore has war? We just need to close the tap, right? Water tap, and goodbye. Then you can say GG, kiss GG to Singapore. All right, Singapore are worried as well. So although they don't have competitive advantage in water supply, they will still do some water harvesting, rain harvesting, and they do this filtration system from the toilet. Do you know that? Filtration system from the toilet. The ministers, the Singapore ministers, even have a press conference. No, we are going to drink this to prove that it is safe and 100% clean. In the end, the minister don't dare to drink in front of the press. Yeah, food is disgusting. Yeah, I agree actually. Their nasi lemak is like what, big bean and sausage. Nasi lemak. What is this? Nasi lemak? Are you serious? But anyway, that's another story. So, although they don't have competitive advantage, they will put some tariff on your products so that they can slowly develop a little bit of their products to self-sustain. Okay, so that if in case of any war, any tsunami, any nuclear explode, so they can still sustain themselves rather than depend on too much on another country. So that is diversifying, like putting eggs in different baskets. All right. Next one is balance of payment. Balance of payment again. This one is a huge chapter. It is one chapter in A levels, right? I still need to tell you three things before I continue with balance of payment. You need to know 3 accounts under balance of payment because we are going to use that for our next subtopic. Right? First one is current account. Second one is capital account. Third one is financial account. Under balance of payment, we have 3 accounts. Okay. Normally, then when we talk about balance of payment, we refer to exports and imports. That one is under current account. Exports and imports is also known as balance of trade. BOT, balance of trade. Okay. Second balance inside the current account is invisible balance. Invisible balance refers to the services. Imports and exports of services. They are invisible, right? Third one is donation. Don't think that if you donate overseas, the government doesn't know. Actually, the government know everything, right? The fourth one is transfer. When your parents work overseas, they transfer back, or you work here, you transfer back to the parents. That one is considered underneath current account. Why you must know this? Because in news articles, if I give you a case study news articles, the reporters will not tell you this is a balance of payment. They will just tell you current account deficit or current account surpluses. If you don't know what is current account, then you don't know how to answer the balance of payment question, right? You don't know how to answer the international trade questions, okay? Because reporters, some of them, they don't have economics knowledge as well. It's just report what minister said to the newspaper or news articles, right? You as an economics student, you need to know. Capital goods. The name suggests it is involving the buying and selling of capital goods. First thing, like factories, right? Another one, although it's not underneath the capital, but land is also underneath capital account. Something that we cannot move, but we can transfer the ownership. That was recorded under capital account, right? This one is very important in exchange rate, our next subtopic. Yeah, next subtopic. Financial account is what your parents always like to do, financial investment. The shares, the unit trust, if you have some US dollar in your account, right, in your parents' bank vault or something, that will be under all these financial accounts, right? That is the 3 accounts. So they argue that because when I don't have any barriers, people will always buy imports, leading to our local will have more debts. So what we do, when we have a barrel, like a tariff barrel or whatever, barrel subsidies or quotas, people will buy lesser imports, and then it will lead to our balance of payment become balanced. So this is their argument. They say, in order for us to achieve balance of payment, we need to impose some tariff or quotas, or I need to give subsidy to the locals, so that people will buy more local products and imports will become lesser. Right, that's balance. Next one will be cheap foreign labor. Cheap foreign labor is related to the labor is too low cost until we local people cannot compete with, like for example, Chinese products. Okay, they have child labors. They argue that because they are using child labor, you know, India is using child labor, China is using child labor. They only pay them what, using sweets, 5 sweets per hour of work. So it's too cheap already. We cannot compete. That's why we need to protect our industries. That's why we need to impose tariff. But actually not true. China nowadays, they don't use child labor anymore. Right? You can ask our Chinese superstar here. Do you still use child labor there, China? Or you work as child labor before? You want to share your experience? You know what is child labor or not? You know what is child labor? Child labor, you know? Do China still have child labor? Maybe a little bit, not too much, not like before, right? Okay. And another argument, they say, because of this foreign labor, they are hardworking. They don't mind working more hours at cheaper price. So we need to protect our own local, you see, local people, right? They will be late, they will have to drink coffee, all this stuff. Okay, we have to protect them, otherwise they cannot survive. Something like that. Yeah. The last one is the weakest one. Weakest argument of all. Because we need to train our people to become patriotic. Oh yeah, right. Look at how patriotic am I. Yeah, right. You need to buy some local stuff to help the economy. So we have to protect you. You have to buy Proton forever, all right? Don't buy other cars. Something like that, right? To protect to ask you to buy more local stuff. And then that's why we have to make all other cars very expensive so that you don't buy their cars, right? That is one of their argument. Okay? The opposite is reasons against protectionism. Reasons against protectionism is also equivalent to reasons for free trade. Does it make sense? Don't tell me later on, Mr. Nathan never teach. Okay? It's also equivalent to reasons for free trade, reasons supporting free trade. Okay? This is normally what economists say. You should open up the economy, don't put any barriers, don't put tariff, don't put quotas, don't give subsidies. Right? First one is inefficient resources allocation within the industry. Okay? So this means that because you can't protect the industry, they will waste resources. Okay? They spend a lot of money to buy some overpriced products, overpriced resources, right? I can buy, the market price is 100 ringgit per ton of alloy, for example. Then the government, the industry, protected industry, go and buy 500,000 per gallon per ton of alloy, right? And then they purposely, some of them purposely buy expensive stuff so that they make their account statement all red in color. So that they make losses. Make losses got what? More government subsidies. Does it make sense? If I make profit, government don't want to subsidize me. If I make losses, government subsidize me. I can put my subsidies in pocket, then I can pay myself a handsome bonus. Okay? Which make the entire industry very inefficient. Okay? Second is misallocation of resources across industries. This one is two industries. So that one is one industry. Okay, it looks similar, but they are different. Okay, for example, Wei Jie, I'm talking to you, Wei Jie. For example, you see, ladies and gentlemen, this is Wei Jie. And Wei Jie's sister is also my student. Wan Yan, is it? Wei Jie? Can't remember. Is it Chai Wan Yan?
What Chai Wan Yin?
What's your sister name, right?
Yawen.
Oh, Yawen, sorry.
Wan Yin.
I go and talk until the Chai Wan
Wow.
Yan there already.
I'm his sister-in-law. Okay.
Okay. Your sister-in-law. Okay, not bad. Okay, Yawen. So, you see, Yawen is better than Wei Jie. And that's the truth. I'm not exaggerating. Seriously, you can ask. Yawen is like, you can consider Yawen is like MVP for basketball, right? Straight A students, right? Straight A students, they know how to play music, right? And write very well, sing very well, all this stuff, very good. Wei Jie is totally opposite, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, Wei Jie is don't like to play sports. No sports, nah. Sports, oh, you will be sweating. Very dangerous. Straight A's, no straight A's. Borderline student, right? Borderline student. Don't know music, know how to play game only, right? Every day go genting, wasting resources. Okay, but as a parent, right? As a parent is the government, right? You look at this one, Yawan already so good. Wei Jie, not really good, right? If I have the resources, right? Which one will I give to? If I want to give tuition fees, for example, give tuition, should I give to Wei Jie or Yawen? The government will choose to give to Wei Jie. But even you give to Wei Jie, right, Wei Jie will still be wasting resources, because even you give Wei Jie tuition, he will still be sleeping in front of a computer, online tuition, for example, right? So it's still wasting resources. Instead, the Wei Jie's parents should give to Yawen. Then Yawen can become artist. Yawen can become politician. Yawen can become a talented engineer. But instead, most of the government, they allocate wrongly to another industry, right? Because they see that you're weak, so they want to help you. But they don't know that even I just witnessed a murder. Hell, what kind of murder? What kind of murder? Can you describe further? Need to collect your testimonial. Okay. So you can see this is misallocation, right? Instead of giving to the car industry, they should allocate the resources to the rubber industries, right? Does it make sense? Rubber industry, we already have number 1 and number 3. Why can't you push the number 3 to become number 2? Why you want to give all these resources to Proton and Perodor, which are 2 useless cars? Perodor still okay. Proton is seriously not really good, right? Okay, you can ask our Chinese superstar here. You used before our car here. You see before our car, Proton. How was Proton compared to Chinese car? You don't know. Chinese car, even the 20 years ago car will be better than modern Proton cars, right? Okay. So that is misallocation, and inefficient allocation is just like, for example, this parent only have 1 child, which is Wei Jie. So regardless if it's good or bad, I pour everything to him. Does it make sense? To him or her. That one is the first one. Hopefully that clarify passive aggressive. Nah, I'm sure Wei Jie will get away very soon. Right. Inflationary effects. Next one. Inflation effects, you can talk about. Economists argue that the tariffs are not efficient, the quotas are not efficient, but you have to know which one to talk about. Tariff, subsidies, and quotas. Which two will lead to inflation? You cannot give me wrong example when you are writing essay. Only 2 of it is applicable. Which 2 will lead to inflation? Tariff and quotas. Subsidies will not lead to inflation because subsidies is lower down the cost of production. All right? So when you give me examples, don't write, for example, subsidies. Wrong. Right? Does that make sense? You must know which one to write, and it will lead to both demand pull and cost push. You want to talk about demand pull, it means everyone have to buy back local stuff, they have no choice, they cannot buy imported stuff, leading to the price level for local products to go up, demand pull inflation. If you want to talk about cost push, it will be everyone buy local stuff, leading to the sales increase. The raw materials are not insufficient. So they have to fight for resources, leading to cost push inflation. All right? I don't have the time to write it down. You go and think yourself. The next one will be redistribution of income. Again, only 2 out of 3 is applicable. Which 2 has redistribution of income? Rachel, your turn. Yes. 2 of the protectionism. And subsidies, and she says subsidies. Too bad I'm charging my laptop. Wait, later I will come to all of you. 1 more percent. Your wait. Right? And one more. Is it tariff or quotas? You have to make sure you all know the effects. Otherwise, you all don't know how to write. Right? You cannot be, for example, all the three wrong. All right? For example, one of it, maybe you guess correctly, maybe you guess wrongly. So you must know. Another one is tariff. Tariff also have redistribution of income from the poor to the rich. Okay? Okay or not, online students? Redistribution of income from the poor to the rich also happens. That's why economists don't suggest government to impose protectionism. Okay, that's why this is one of the reasons that is against. Okay, the next one is reduce incentive to innovate. Right, I told you before, proton cars before GD take over is that after 2 years, the windows cannot wing down or up. Okay, that's the common technology problem, and they're not innovative. You don't know how they innovate their cars last time, Proton? How many of you want to know how Proton innovate their cars? My friend was working as one of the project in the Proton factory. The first batch of car is the best. Why? Because the first batch of car, they import the car, they pull out the logo, then they put Proton logo. That's all. That's all. It's Mitsubishi cars. Import Mitsubishi cars, take out the logo, then put in Proton logo. So the first batch is always the best. When there's a first batch, they always put in WhatsApp group, hey, anyone want to buy Proton cars? The first batch is very nice. Because it's Mitsubishi cars, it's not Proton car. After that, they copy the entire design, model, then they come up with Proton, whatever. That's how they innovate. Innovative, right? Very innovative, yeah. Because they're all protected, so they become that innovative, yeah. Personally, I also buy another thing is like the laptop of Malaysia. Do you know Malaysia has a laptop brand? I bought before. I was too young and innocent. Right? They named themselves FTech, Future Technology. For me, it is a technology without any future. To be honest. After the first day I bought it and go back, the battery depletes. So after I charge a few times, still deplete. Like within 1 minute, the battery is gone. I was like, what is this? What type of laptop is this? Like battery deplete in 1 minute, right? That is the technology. After that, now they don't sell computers anymore because their technology really don't have any future, right? That is because they don't have the incentive to innovate. The second last one is lower standard of living. Lower standard of living, you must argue that it will lead to lower choices due to all these quotas, due to all this tariff. We have no choice but to buy local products. We cannot drink Starbucks anymore. We have to drink what? What's the previous coffee? The one that you usually drink is what coffee already? Leon. How to spell? Leon. Leon, I think, presume is a local coffee. We can only drink the local coffee. We cannot drink imported coffee. So our standard of living is lower. We can only use local cars, cannot use imported cars, right? Lower. That is lower standard of living, and it's not good. The economists argue. The economists also say that it will encourage more foreign investment. This one you need to think. More foreign investment? I thought tariff and quotas would deter. Deter means stop foreign investment from coming in. What do I mean by encourage more foreign investment? Any idea? Oh, Rafael, your turn. Any idea?
More foreign investment.
Yeah, encourage more foreign investment.
Well, I think with tariffs and quotas, there is a chance that it is cheaper to invest overseas, right?
No. More foreign investment in Malaysia. Christy, Nescafe is not local, by the way, Christy.
No idea.
Nescafe is Nestle, right? Nestle is not local, right? You can think about that local car industry again. Think about Proton, ladies and gentlemen. Proton has too much protectionism until it becomes very benefit just to become the local car. So what happened? GD, you can ask, you know what's GD, right? GD car manufacturer, I asked you before. GD take over 50%. Now as a Malaysian, do you still consider Proton as a local car? We still think they are local car.
It's 49%.
It's 49, yeah. GD take over 49. 49, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 49.
49.
49 because government has a law. Foreign companies can only take over 49, up to 49, cannot take for 50 or 51. Okay, it must still be owned 51% by local, something like that. So 49%, but you still consider Proton is local. So Proton still enjoy all these subsidies. Proton still enjoy all this tariff that's imposed to other countries' car, not their car. Proton still enjoy the quotas. So now GD become Proton. Does it make sense? GD enjoy all these benefits. So this actually encourages more foreign firms to take over local firms. And this is not good. Like what he said, 49%. It's not 50, not 50. Means that local people still own 51%. That's what their logic, the government logic, right? Doesn't make sense. But for convenience, I usually say 50, although I know it's 49. Yeah. The last one is economies of scale cannot be achieved. Again, if you put a tariff, there will be retaliation. You cannot export, people also cannot export, right? You cannot import, people cannot import, right? In the end, it will lead to your market go back to 33 million of people, which means that now you cannot save your average cost. Your average cost will be higher because you can only produce 33 million people or 33 million units of products, right? Economies of scale go backwards rather than going down. Okay, does that make sense? Economies of scale like that, right? Initially, you're already here because you produce for the world. Okay, 1 billion of people, for example, your market. But now you go backwards because you're producing for 33 million people. Other countries also stop your product because you impose some protectionism. Okay? That's for the reasons against protectionism. Without further ado, we will go to our next subtopic, foreign investment. Foreign investment, no chance for break today. Foreign investment is now, please write down, ladies and gentlemen, including financial assets, including financial investment. Foreign investment include financial investment, which means what? Include the shares, include the properties, include the foreign currencies that you own or you may not own, right? Include the fixed deposit in another country, right? All these are included in foreign investment. So it's not only capital goods, right? Only in this chapter, different. So very, very easy to explain foreign investment. Okay, you just look at this picture. This is foreign investment, ladies and gentlemen. Tell me, what do you think about this? If another company buy our stuff, make investment in Malaysia, what they get? Capital good is theirs. Capital good, right? Land, resources, theirs. The land is theirs. The product is theirs. What is left over for us? What is this? Cow poo. Cow poo represent what? Pollution. Okay? It's argued that in New Zealand, Australia, they emit a lot of CO2 and CO emissions, leading to global warming. Right? They always blame the cows. They don't blame the cows. Right, it's true. Because the ratio there is quite high. It's like 1 to 30. Every one person, when I was in New Zealand, last time it was 1 to 30. Like every one person I see, I will have to see 30 cows first. Then only is the ratio is almost same like here 1 to 30. If you understand what I mean, all right. Okay, that is for foreign investment, right? So what is the foreign investment inside, recorded inside? Just now I already shared with you capital and financial account. They're usually recorded in capital and financial account of balance of payment. Okay, what is capital and financial account again? Let me show you one more time in here. Capital and financial account refers to usually capital goods, land. Financial account refers to shares, unit trust, USD, property, blah blah blah. Or property is under capital account, and others, all right, fixed deposits and so on. So you must remember, I already told you to write down just now, it will be including financial assets and also physical assets. Okay, one of the example that is not only in the New Zealand, Australia, you can also refer to Lines in Malaysia. Do you know Lines? Lines, or did I pronounce it wrongly? Is it Linus? Linas? Don't know. Yeah, the Australian company. Yeah, Isaac, you're right. Wow, lucky still got one person understand me. I'm so touched. Thank you, Isaac. Is it Linus or Linas or Lean? I don't know how it's pronounced. It's now in investment in quantum, right? It's what? Rare earth. Rare earth. They take all the products, they leave radioactive for us. So nice, this company. And your ministers approve it, right? As usual. So this is the pool, right? Okay, now going back to foreign investment, we have three types you need to know. One is direct, one is portfolio, one is others. Direct is the most important one because direct investment is the one that lead to our GDP growth. Okay, because it is huge amount of money flowing in, right? It usually refers to investment directly into new projects, or just taking over business, or just expanding existing foreign-owned business. For example, a branch in Malaysia. All right. However, Google skipped Malaysia for foreign investment. Recently, Amazon also skipped Malaysia for foreign investment due to Malaysia is a corrupted place. They invest all over Malaysia, no, and all over the countries around Malaysia, Amazon and Google, except for Malaysia. Sad life. They invest Indonesia, Philippines, Vietnam, all the ASEAN countries except for Malaysia. Malaysia. Right. For direct investment, you can have ownership of the assets, like just now the car, the factories just now, right? Or the factories that they, for example, last time, Western Digital used to have a factory near the One Utama, Western Digital, but now they move already again, right? Then the factory is still owned by them. Western Digital, you know Western Digital? The hard disk brand? Western Digital. Very famous hard disk brand. It's always either it's Western Digital or another one was the I can't remember. I can't remember another brand. And this is the what Raphael said. In Malaysia, it's still subject to restriction of foreign ownership, up to 49%. Up to 49, right? Although I don't know what's the difference between 50 and 49, but okay, maybe they really have difference in ownership.
Yeah, 51% you got majority ownership.
Yeah, 51% majority. Yeah, so good, right? And direct investment just refers to one of the method to measure is as long as you hold more than 10% of the shares, it's considered you're making direct investment. Okay, I'll give you 3 examples related to the direct investment. Okay, first one. If you pass by Subang before, in the area SS15 area, if you eat in SS15 before, you will notice there's another medical center there. It's known as Ramsay Sam W Healthcare. It's also quite a huge medical center. How many of you like see this before? SS15 there, you went there and saw the hospital there, right? It used to be Sam W only. It used to be Sam W. Okay, Sam W Medical Center or Subang Jaya Medical Center. But then suddenly they add Ramsay Sam W. Why is that? Do you know who is Ramsay? Don't tell me Gordon Ramsay. The only Ramsay that you all know is Gordon Ramsay. Sad. Gordon wants to try. I told you right. Someone will go and tell me Gordon Ramsay. No. It's also Australian company. Ramsay Hospital is the, I think it's largest or second largest in Australia. Okay, Ramsay Healthcare is established by Paul Ramsay, not Gordon Ramsay. All right, Paul Ramsay, and is now the, let me just look at about them, Ramsay Healthcare, right? They have grown, become the global network of clinical practice, extend over 10 countries, market cap of Australia 14.2 billion Australian dollar. And I can't remember, is this the largest one? I think it should be the largest, yeah, Australia's largest hospital, right? So why suddenly they changed name? Because Ramsay again bought 49% of the Sam W Medical Center share. So they are having headache, no? Because my second wife used to work there. That's why I know some insider news. Every 2 years, they have to change CEO, no? 2 years Malaysian, 2 years Australian, 2 years Malaysian, 2 years Australian. Until the whole operation become corrupted. Like, I don't know who to follow, no? 2 years this, suddenly Western style, Eastern style, Western style, Eastern style. Oh my God, totally messed up. But this is one of the example, using shares, right? If I really own 49%, do I own their assets? Yes, I also own their assets. That's why I can also change their CEO. All right, first one. Second one is related to your ex-prime minister, hippopotamus, that I like to use so much, right? Because the body size is huge, so they need a very big piece of land to do their property development, right? This one is UK Battersea Power Plant, okay? Developed by SP Satyam. Okay, foreign investment can also be done overseas, right? You do foreign investment overseas. Okay? That's why I want to show you this. Battersea Power Plant, it used to be like that. Battersea Power Plant in UK. Hey, not map, sorry. I don't want to show you image. Used to be like that, right? The old one is already abandoned power plant. So now SP Satyam already bought this power plant, and then they wish to make it into a leisure, shopping, accommodation, hostel, schools, one entertainment hub, right? And that is example number 2. This one refers to buying the piece of capital good, not shares. Buy the entire capital good. I want to show the example, right? SP Satyam buy capital good. Make sense? Also consider direct investment. Third one is Forest City. Do you know Forest City, ladies and gentlemen? Forest City? Anyone from Johor? Johorian? No? Johorian? Impossible, right? Every semester I also have Johor students. Now they pretend to be not Johorian for a while. Okay, let's just watch this Forest City video. Before I introduce to you, what type of foreign direct investment is this?
comfort
Sorry, I
now.
don't know the F to come out with like that.
Ma, kuih raya ni biar Adam buat sendiri tau.
You all don't want to sponsor me.
Ni
If
untuk
you sponsor
pasu
me,
dan
payment this time.
These satellite images show an area in southern Malaysia in 2011 and 2018. What we see here is one of the most ambitious urban development projects currently underway. An entire new city built from scratch.
No break today, I will leave you early.
This is Forest City,
Right.
Malaysia.
Just now he...
Envisioned as a smart, green city of the future,
Phil, can you repeat
this
it?
place aims to be designed like no other. With the construction still underway, we can already see the city take shape. Once completed, this city can house up to 700,000 people, with a total project budget of $100 billion US. Now, to understand why developers believe that their investment will pay off and that people will want to live here, we need to focus on the location. The city is being built in the Malaysian state of Johor in the southern part of the country. Here, the Johor Strait acts as a natural border between Malaysia and the independent city-state Singapore. This close proximity to the international business hub is something that Forest City aims to profit from. Singapore is one of the world's most important financial
Skip the
centers
Singapore part.
and a big
I don't want to...
little space. Forest City makes itself out as a possible solution for this. But while proximity to Singapore is important, the city also is planned to become a center itself.
Forest City cannot be a bedroom town, like people are only sleeping here without doing any economic subsistence. So we have to rely on, attracting business to here.
In 2006, Malaysia founded the Iskandar Special Economic Zone. The government supports a number of projects that are intended to encourage private investment in the region. By providing infrastructure and commercial space, the government wants to create a business-friendly environment that encourages the development seen in Singapore to expand across the board. This island is built, and the further development depends entirely on demand.
Green City.
The project developers advertise Forest City as being focused on environmental sustainability and improved quality of life. The idea is to blend nature and architecture. The concept envisions creating several levels so that parking spaces and streets disappear beneath green parks, creating a car-free area above ground. And the architecture should also follow the same philosophy as can already be seen with what is built so far. In addition, electrical public transport was planned, and digitization should be used in systems are threatened by land reclamation. The project specific view. This
is something related to Forest City. Forest City is what the Johor Sultan sell to a Chinese developer company, right? So it's also considered foreign direct investment. But what do you think they sell, the Johor Sultan sell to Chinese company in this situation? Not even land, no. Before that, there's no land there. Johor Sultan sell the entire coastline. Can you imagine that entire coastline? Then they use the sand field to become a small island. That is Forest City, right? And how do I know it's Chinese? First of all, of course, coastline is considered land resource. I want to show you foreign direct investment also include buying the land resources, right? If you look at the Forest City shopping mall, you will be shocked. For example, Geta. Ladies and gentlemen, first time I see shopping mall in Malaysia has Chinese character. Can you see that? Chinese characters. right? All the salesmen in there, saleswomen in there, they know how to speak Mandarin, right? If they don't know how to speak, they cannot even work there. So for those Malaysian Chinese that are very weak in English, finally you found a place without using English, you can still work, right? Which is here, Johor Forest City, right? And this project is also approved by ex-prime minister, your ex-prime minister, with the Hippo wife, and that is also another conflict between Tun Mahathir and the Johor Sultan. They say, why? How can you even sell the coastline, the Johor Strait, to another country, right? Until China recently stopped the capital outflow, they can only bring out 50,000 per month. You can ask Jia about that, right? 50,000 is it maximum? 50,000 renminbi. Is it 50,000 renminbi per month or per year, per month? Is it per month? Don't know. Jia also never read news. You see, economic students all never read news, right? Then the Forest City suddenly stopped at phase 1. I personally went there because I need to teach you all economics, right? So I took the initiative to go there twice. First time I see 50 cranes building together, all developing the buildings, 50 cranes, right? If I went to the property sales gallery, right? Normally, when we go to sales gallery, right, it will be like, they will put some units there in the floor plan, then they'll put this one sold, this one sold, this one sold. They'll put some sticker there. Forest City is different. The entire building, they put a flag there, sold. All bought by Chinese. Why? Seriously. First time I see the entire building because they straight away buy the entire floor or 3 floors or one building. They don't buy per unit. Malaysians too thrifty already. Cannot buy so many. The Chinese straight away come here, then bought the entire building. So this is Forest City. So all these are foreign direct investment by Chinese company to Malaysia by buying the land resources. So already show you 3. One is buying shares. One is buying capital good. One is buying the land resource, right? Hopefully you know what is foreign direct investment by now. So why is it important? Okay. This is your minister, ladies and gentlemen. Your minister say we need foreign direct investment because they can provide you with growth, employment, and better future. But they don't know. They bring in the Mac, and y'all are just baby shark. You know the Mac, the megalodon, and locals are just baby shark. No even shark. Looks like baby fish to me, right? So there can be positive and also negative effects. Same thing. Does it make sense? Positive, negative. Just imagine how the Mac can help you, right? First one, they say it's important because it can create new jobs, right? New job opportunities when they invest more. It's impossible that they will employ 100% foreign workers. For example, when Monash Uni want to establish uni in here, impossible they employ 100% Australia lecturers. They will employ 50% or 60% of local lecturers. Does that make sense? So it also creates new job opportunities. Second, transfer new technology, right? By letting them to come in, they can transfer, for example, the property development. I don't know whether I asked you before, like, how many days China built a hospital during the COVID-19 period? They used how many days to build? Have I asked you this question before? I asked you in another class, right? Not in here. In here, this class. Right, 10 days. 10 days. You can ask Jia, my Chinese superstar. Right, Jia, 10 days. The air is airlock somehow. Airlock hospital, no. I mean the air cannot flow out. Other air cannot come in. So the virus is contained inside the hospital. Right? Airlock hospital. Malaysia. 30 years. Maybe can build one. Maybe 30 years. Right? Why do they want to transfer their technology because they can also earn some patent money, first of all. Second, they can help to develop and take something else. Right? They can take something else. Right. So did I ask you why until now Malaysia never adopt the technology? I told before. I told you that. I told you right.
Yeah.
Yep, correct. Third one is encourage greater competition in the domestic economy. They say to break down a monopoly, the only way to break down a monopoly is a monopoly. So if I want to break it down, like for example, there's one company here, only one company in Malaysia, earning supernormal profit, charging a very high price. I need to bring in foreign monopoly to come in, and then it will break down. Because only foreign company monopoly can fight with local monopoly. Does it make sense? So it will bring down the price. So that is another of their excuse. Last one is promote greater efficiency among Malaysian producers because now they have competition. All this baby shark have to become more efficient to fight the Mac. Okay? Unfortunately, we don't have break time. Otherwise, today I'm going to pay you baby shark. Seriously. The one that you love so much, baby shark. All right. Next one is portfolio investment. Portfolio investment involves the one that you are more familiar with, maybe your parents always talk about, right? Buying shares, buying bonds, buying other securities. As long as less than 10% is considered portfolio. Less than 10%. More than 10% is direct. Less than 10%, I can buy and sell anytime. It's more volatile. It's not good for economic growth because it's just like transfer of ownership paper value on it. Like, oh, the share price is high, I must sell. Oh, the share price is low, I buy. So it's buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. Don't really contribute to economic growth so much for portfolio. They will have shares, they will have bonds, they will have bills, and they will have money market instruments. Money market instruments, if you were to take finance, it will be something like that. They will have spiders, they will have CDs, they will have ETFs. Okay? For you, all this looks like foreign language. All these are some instruments, some financial instruments that people can invest in. Okay? And Malaysian enterprise, they usually like to use bonds compared to shares. If they want to let other countries to invest, they will sell bonds. Because Malaysian enterprises are usually owned by their own family, they are worried that other countries will take ownership, right, of their companies. So, and it is also more flexible compared to direct investment. Because I own very less shares. Yes, Omesh, is it your mother? If it's your mother, I want to talk to her. I want to report on your progress. Omesh, is it your parent? No, I missed the chance already. Next time your parents call, tell me. I'll answer the call for you. Right? More flexible than direct. And because of that, it's not good for economic growth. Okay? I just look at just like Bitcoin, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. It's like trading, it's like no contribution to the economic growth. So normal portfolio is like that. Normal portfolio is something like that. Okay, it will have some chunk of cash, some bonds, some stocks, some gold, some silver, some cryptocurrencies, divided into most of the percentage. It will be divided by all these assets. Okay, for most citizens, they are portfolio investors. Unless big corporations, they will be direct investment, right? For most of the investors, they are actually just portfolio investors. It's just the transfer of ownership is very unstable and speculative. Okay, some speculative occurs because of changing interest rate. That's all. Changing interest rate as in, for example, Malaysia has 1%, Singapore has 0%, Japan is negative 1%. If you have money, where you want to open a savings account? Where you want to open a savings account? Malaysia. So other countries look at, oh, this one got positive interest rate, very attractive. So I just convert all my money to Malaysian ringgit, and then I just save inside the Malaysia account. Does that make sense? So it's like taking advantage of the interest rate. Once the interest rate go down, then they might move all their money to overseas, to other countries, right? That is for changing interest rate. The last one is the trade. The investment liabilities is others. Others. Consider others investment. Trade credits. Do you know what's trade credits? Don't know? Online students, do you know what's trade credits? MOP. Wow, new word. All right. Trade credit as in like, because when you do business with other firms, they will not pay cash straight away. They will give you a line of credit. Something like, for example, Malindo Airlines is from Indonesia. For example, Malindo Airlines is from Indonesia, right? But the local suppliers supply Pocky to Malindo Airlines. But the local suppliers will not straight away get the cash. If I sell 100,000 box of Pocky to Malindo Airlines, they will take 3 months. This is the 3 months that you grant to them. It's known as the trade credit. After 3 months, then only they pay you 3 months ago bill invoice. Does that make sense? That's trade credit. It happens to all the business. Even the restaurant owners, they don't pay cash to the veggie supplier or chicken supplier, right? They will wait until like 1 month after, then only they pay the 1 month before bills, right? However, when we talk about foreign investment, it involves foreign companies and local companies, foreign and locals, right? Loans, currencies, deposits, and others like foreign currencies are all under others, foreign currencies, okay? Foreign currencies. And also central bank balance is also included inside others. Central bank balance, all this money inside the world is also considered others. Okay? This will bring us to the last subtopic. Any question? Very excited to finally end. Our last topic may need 2 more hours to finish. So our next Thursday will be revision and exam briefing, right? Revision exam briefing requires you to on your camera, take photo first, then only I will brief you, right? Oh yeah, we should take a group photo first. Later here, physical class, right? Next week we will take a virtual photo, okay? Wait 4:30 I stop, then we take a picture, then I flee, right? Then I'll flee away. I have some urgency because my second wife sick already. I need to rush back. Yeah, true story. Yeah, not lying. Maybe the second thing is the lie. But what I like to do is actually, I want you to always think, is Mr. Nathan talking the real thing? Is he talking the real thing? Until they blend the reality and fiction together. Right? Yeah, maybe. Or maybe Forest City got one more wife there. Imagination, you have to expand your imagination, right? Have to expand a little bit. Okay. So the last subtopic is exchange rate. This one is also the last topic inside here. Any question for arguments for, arguments against, and foreign investment? No? Okay. Last one. Then, in this exchange rate, you need to know how to value a currency using demand and supply. That's why I say it's like micro diagrams. All right? Appreciation and depreciation. Why this topic got so many Fernando, exactly because it's chapter 6. To be honest, we already removed one subtopic. Otherwise, it will be more. And you always say, why Mr. Nathan never leave our class early? I cannot even finish my syllabus. How to leave it all early? Right? Moving like Sonic, yeah. Yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think that's a compliment. Aiden. You see Aiden's comment? We are in the last subtopic, but I am still processing the first subtopic. Remove more. Last time the balance of payment used to be one of the subtopic. Inside there's a lot of things to discuss, but already removed them. Even I remove more, Fernando, it will not be any beneficial to your semester. So don't even hope, right? Next, consider we have to use the supply and demand model to analyze the currency. And the last part is the effects and solution. Right? What's the effects or solution? Yeah, have to be very fast. Otherwise, how can I finish the syllabus? I need to do revision some more. No? Hopefully, I have the chance to do revision. If no, then good luck. Right? Sayonara, GG. Right? So exchange rate definition, also very simple. It's just value of one currency in terms of another currency. Right? Value of one currency that can be exchanged for another currency, or the price of one currency in terms of another currency. Oh, thank you, thank you. I really like all your gifs today. It's so encouraging. So it motivates me to move even faster. Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. Is that a Ninja Warrior or something? Is it American Ninja? All right. So for exchange rate, right? Most of the countries, they have their own currency. Some countries already abandoned their own currency due to the incompetence of government, right? Malaysia will be soon, right? A rate of exchange have to be established. Very simple. If you look at the simple calculation, we used to have USD $1 can be exchanged for 3 ringgit and 38 cents for Malaysian ringgit in 2009. But thanks to the government, now 1 ringgit is, oh my god, we have to use how? No, 1 ringgit. Now $1 is equivalent to what? 4 ringgit and 40 cents. Really thank your government, inshallah, right? Allahu Akbar, something like that, right? Every day, so there will be the mosque singing in front of me, in front of my house, right? I literally know how to sing, seriously, but I feel disrespect if I simply sing that, right? So I don't sing. If a good in Malaysia costs 100 ringgit, so what you need to do is just divide to get US dollar. Very simple, right? Calculation. I think most of you already go to overseas before you travel overseas. You know how to divide and times, right? If the good in US costs USD $100, we just need to times, right? That is the foreign currency calculation, simplified version. And this is the forex market. Okay, forex market. Let's just go through the real forex market. I know. Always interesting. Anyone? Any traders? Any traders in this class? I used to have trader student. They always ask me, hey, what do you think? Should we buy this currency or not? Go and do your own research, all right? You think I'm very free, all right? So forex, for example, xtrade.com, right? This is one of the website that do forex trading. Nope, I don't want to learn more. I just want to look at the live chart. Normally, the market, foreign currency market will be slower during this period because the Europe market and the US market haven't wake up. It's like 4 a.m. in the morning in US. So you can see that they move quite slow, but still moving. Just now you see 87, 85, 83. Can you see that? 81 now. right? This is euro US dollar. My first question to you is this a euro or is this a US dollar? Ryan. Euro. Okay, not bad. All right. If you don't even know this is a euro US dollar, my advice is don't even try trading. You will lose a Mavi in seconds. You will lose 50,000 just like that. Oh my God, Mavi gone already. Okay. Second, let's just print screen this one. Buy or sell. Next week we look at back. Look back. Buy or sell. Buy or sell. Let's see whether you win or lose. Buy or sell. You want to buy euro dollar or sell euro dollar? Come on, ladies and gentlemen, come in. Answers online. Online students. Buy or sell. Jinget is not US dollar, it's euro dollar. It's euro dollar per US dollar. Right? No one to buy or sell. You don't dare to take risk. Buy, huh? You all say sell now. Fernando say buy. Okay, I think majority is buy. Huh? I will print screen this and put in a whiteboard and let's see what is our price later on. Next week. All right. What is our price next week? I'll put here first. This is the trading. You can buy and also you can sell. Right? Third thing I want to ask you. What is all this? Pips. Okay, not bad. At least you know what is pips. I already mentioned before, but what is this? Candlestick. Oh, Joel know candlestick. Joel not bad. Candlestick refers to trading. Traders will use candlestick this term. Okay. Fernando also know candle. But you all already learned this. Why you all don't know? What is this, ladies and gentlemen? What is this? Candlestick is the trading term. I'm not talking about trading term. What is this? In maths, you only know how to study. You don't know how to apply. It's box plot, actually. Right. Joel will only say, oh, this is a candlestick. Fernando says candle graph, but you don't even know this box plot. Right? You all never think out of the box, that's why. Right? I learned, why do I need to learn box plot? It's the same thing. Only they put it vertical. Oh, I don't know already, what is this? Vertical, oh my God. Alright? It's still the maximum, minimum frequencies. Right? Maximum, minimum frequencies. Make sense? Only they put it vertical. Then no one knows. Whoa, my God. That's all. Right? That is the basic knowledge for trading. Why is it related? Because this is also the forex market. Okay? We want to analyze why the price will go up and down like that. Go up, go down, go up, go down. Okay? What is behind the scenes? We want to look at behind the scenes. All right? Actually, it's because of demand and supply. For example, if Malaysia is exporting to US, okay, Malaysia sell rubber to American importer, America will pay in US dollar. Malaysia cannot use US dollar straight away. Can we? No, right? If we want to buy raw materials, if we want to buy goods and services, it will have to be denominated in Malaysian ringgit. So what we need to do, Malaysian exporters have to go to the banks or any foreign exchange company, sell the US dollar, at the same time, buy back Malaysian ringgit. So what's happening behind the scenes? Behind the scenes will be, there will be two market moving together. One is Malaysian ringgit over USD. One is USD over Malaysian ringgit. These are the two products. Okay, then they will have their price and quantity. Price and quantity. So when we sell US dollar, the supply increase for US dollar, it will lead to depreciation. In foreign exchange market, we don't use decrease. We use depreciation, right? At the same time, we want to buy back Malaysian ringgit. So it will lead to appreciation, right? In economics, when you see the word appreciation, it refers to foreign exchange. Depreciation, it refers to foreign exchange. One is going up, one is going down. All right? So don't ask me again. Appreciation means foreign exchange going up. Depreciation means foreign exchange going down. Okay? That's for economics terms. Yes? Are you confused? Sure? Right. Second, so you can see one transaction, two markets will move. Yeah. Within one transaction, two markets will move. One is selling, one is buying. Right? So the US will depreciate, Malaysian ringgit will appreciate in this scenario. Second scenario is Malaysian is importing from US. Pity your country, to be honest. Regardless of you import export, you will still get US dollar. You still have to pay in US dollar. They don't know what is Malaysian ringgit. So Malaysia, if they want to buy computers from America, they have to go to the bank, buy US dollar, then only they can sell, then they sell their Malaysian ringgit, then they send the check in US dollar to America exporter. Does that make sense? To, for example, Dell, HP, right? We still have to go and buy US dollar first using our Malaysian ringgit. Okay? So what happened behind the scene is like that. Again, this is PQ. Product always put on the middle. And this is USD over Malaysia. This is for USD, right? We have to sell Malaysian ringgit. So Malaysian ringgit will depreciate. At the same time, buy US dollar. So the demand for US dollar will go up. Currency for USD appreciate. All right, this is what behind the scene. Fernando is like, oh my God, I have no idea what is happening to economics. Okay, Fernando is still in life. Fernando is worse than just now who say what? Still in first subtopic. Aiden is still last subtopic. Fernando is still in the first topic, you know. Fernando is still like, what is circular flow of income? Oh my God, Fernando gone already. Right, I think I will stop here. Right, I'll stop here today. Go and process first. Next time, I will talk more on the reasons, the types, and the effects, causes and effects. Next time. A lot to cover. Right? Any question? No? What is income? I didn't. Very good question. Wow. It means why? You dare to write like that for me and see what marks you will get. Right? Bye-bye. Yeah, I should stop. Not foreign investment.